So I will say that as I have routinely checked on Ben Simmons over the last 2 months, I have continued to hear pessimism. But everything changed in this last few days to optimism from people behind the scenes. So take that for what it's worth. He has not played in 11 months. He has not had a full practice. But the words Game 4 were said to me. So I guess we'll wait and see. Like Steve Nash says, there's a chance.
Well, Wendy, that's the first time that I've heard a specific game or time frame mentioned when it comes to Ben Simmons. Thank you so much for that information. I have to kick it around with our panel here, though, because, I'm just, you know what? I'm going to get out the way. Go ahead.
Well, here's the thing, right? I mean, at this point in time, why would you even want to bring Ben Simmons back in the heat of the moment when you're playing against the Celtics with no reps behind his belt, up under his belt? And then on top of that, you're not going to play 5-on-5 in the postseason at practice because guys are not scrimmaging like that.
So coaches.
And coaches, right? You're going against coaches, okay? And now you're expecting him to come back at the highest level to actually defend and possibly have to guard a guy like Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown after not playing in 18 months, and you're dealing with back issues. Like, it makes zero sense. So I respect Kevin Durant for what he said because he's being realistic. Like, no, I don't expect him to be back. I'm preparing myself to go out there and play without him, and that's the right mindset to have.
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking, though, but for Kevin Durant, thinking back to last year at Chiney, why would he have any other mentality after not knowing if and when Kyrie Irving's going to be available, after not knowing if and when James Harden was going to be healthy? Why would this man have any sort of, I'm going to wait on Ben Simmons before I really...
And also 2 years ago where he had himself, a catastrophic injury, and it's like, I don't want to be rushed back in the middle of a season. And, you have that experience of, I know what it's like to be injured. I know what it's like to really rebuild the team because that's what we're trying to do right here in Brooklyn. And I know that timelines matter. And so I was very relieved to hear KD say that. And by the way, he's been speaking that truth serum because it's like, let's respect our opponents. Let's make sure we show up with whoever's out there. Like, KD is focused and locked in.
I do want to point this out, though. Take a look at the schedule. And this comes down to, this is a marquee TV matchup. Let's not get it twisted. But April 17th is Game 1. There are 10 days between Game 1 and Game 5. This is not a series where it's every other day they're playing 2-day travel and then picking it up again. This is primetime TV, and so they have a little bit more time here before we're looking at Game 4, Game 5, Vince.
Well, only thing I'll say is, Ben can get some play with some players with the DMP guys. That's the only thing I'm saying. He can play with the DMP guys and then go from there. Other than that, you just like you said, you just build him up until you either have him or you don't. But I wouldn't put out there, he could possibly come back. It's looking like this.
Sharp and Ben Simmons hanging out.
You just build him up until he is ready. If he's not, he's not.
Well, let me give Steve Nash some advice, okay? You're going into the postseason and you're playing a dangerous Boston Celtics team, and you have a team that right now in yourself with the Nets are somewhat playing some good basketball. You want to make sure that team stay the course. You don't want to have outside or inside distractions, whether or not Ben Simmons is coming back. Like, you want to be locked in on the moment. You don't want to have to be talking about or having guys feel, what if Ben is going to come back? No, focus on Jason Tatum, focus on Jaylen Brown, focus on Marcus Smart, focus on the task that's in front of you. If Ben Simmons comes back, let them surprise you and say, hey, coach, he's ready.
I love that you term that as inside noise, because so often I hear people say, the outside noise. I'm like, we're asking about something that's in your own locker room. That is inside noise. But
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.